Hey everyone, Vince here. We are diving into some new reward apps today. Hope you all enjoy. First up, we have Bitcoin Empire. And this is what it looks like when you first launch it up. Top of the screen, you have your premium currency as well as your Satoshi currency, which of course you can withdraw to a Zebedee wallet. And then you have your actual in-game currency used for upgrade. So the whole concept is, everyone, you have to try and expand your Bitcoin empire. It's a pretty cool little idle app in my opinion. You don't have to do too much. Like right here in the middle of the screen, you can see your little character. You can tap the screen to generate more of the in-game currency, while also collecting little gifts that drop. Most of the time you can get some premium currency or some extra boosts by watching ads. And in my opinion, the ads are critical for actually generating Satoshi. You can also upgrade your room to make your room look much better, so that's pretty neat. While you're playing, advertisements will appear at random, by the way, so please keep that in mind. I think it's around 2 to 3 minutes personally. You can hire managers that will generate currency for you automatically as well, and you can use the premium currency to give yourself permanent upgrades. Now, with most of these play to earn style of applications, there is a in-game store where you can spend real money to actually purchase upgrades or in-game currency, but we won't worry about that today. Once you feel like you progressed high enough, you can actually sell to investors to start all over again with a permanent increase on the next run. Anyone that's ever played like a clicker game or an idle game will know exactly how this works. It's very easy to understand. Either way, let me just break down today's test. So of course, I started off with 0 Satoshi in the balance. I played for an hour straight and managed to generate 20 Satoshi, everyone. And if you're wondering what that converts into, all you need to do is actually tap on your balance and it will give you the converted rate. So 21 Satoshis right now is only going to give me 1 cent worth of USD. But what I'll do, everyone, is actually withdraw the Satoshi right now on camera. All right, done. It said withdraw successful. So let's go check out if that 21 Satoshi has hit the Zebedee wallet. Yes, everyone, I am happy to say that at least in my experience and country, that Satoshi has hit my Zebedee wallet straight away. So that is nice to see all in all. A little tip is that you can actually watch advertisements to increase production for a certain amount of time, everyone. Again, it's just these limited little increases by watching the ads to help you level up faster and hopefully generate more Satoshi in the long run. But the way I look at it is that, are these apps actually worth the time and effort anymore in 2026? I think realistically, it all comes down to what you expect. If you want to generate small amounts of Satoshi in return for playing like these little casual games, then you may have some use for it. But an hour for only 1 or 2 cents for me right now is not really worth it, at least in my opinion. Again, you can do whatever you want with that information. Let's move on to the next platform. Just quickly, everyone, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy what I do here on YouTube. I appreciate you all so much. Next up, we have WolfCash. And this is what it looks like when you launch it up. Top of the screen, you have your account balance, which I'm assuming is Wolf coins, everyone. And jumping over to the payout options, the minimum in Australia is 1 cent worth of USD currency. And while they do have many variations of the cash out to PayPal, everyone, what I want you to focus on is the actual $1 amount, just so you can get a baseline of what to expect for your time. Like right here, 14,800 of these coins converts into $1 USD, whereas $30 USD is 380,000 of the coins. Now, all I have available is the playtime rewards option, which features either a task-based system or the per minute system. And if you're a fan of the per minute system, I think you may be disappointed because the rates are so much lower compared to if you were to complete the task. Again, at least in my country. And a perfect example of that task-based system, you can see here, you have to complete certain levels to actually get the currency, which is fine, but the only problem is you really have to give a solid amount of currency in return for people spending potentially weeks or months on the game, in my opinion. The highest offer I have is for around $15 or so for Little Farm Story, everyone. For today's video though, I did generate around 8,000 of the currency or close to it by playing 2 separate games. Funny enough, one of the per minute options was to actually use the mode app, which I'll be reviewing again soon in the future to see how it's going, by the way. But I managed to actually make some good progress in the Woodblock Challenge app. You see, everyone, from a reviewer's point of view, I don't want to be too harsh to these app developers, okay? Because I actually do believe they have the best intentions. I just feel like the rates aren't there for their apps. But again, some people may have use for these little casual game play to earn style of application. If you have the time and you actually don't mind, then these could be a good little option. So for today's test, everyone, I withdrew 51 cents worth of USD, and it's 50 51 cents because they give you a cent for free when you join up. I did not get prompted for a Face ID, by the way, but that more than likely is going to be coming into effect very soon. I am happy to say, though, that PayPal currency hit my PayPal account straight away in my country, so that was cool. In my opinion, though, the biggest limitation with these style of apps is that running off that playtime reward system means that it limits people completely on what they can actually generate if they don't have games available in their country or if they've already completed the offer before. Let's hope they do like a just play system where they have their own games within the app and then they give you a bit of the ad revenue back. Either way, let's move on to the next app. Next up, we have a brand new app called Cash Union. And this is what it looks like when you launch it up. Top of the screen, you have your cash currency, as well as your 3-hour timer and supposed PayPal currency. Now, the more you make progress throughout the game, you can get these little starry chests, which of course have the currency. But this is what the actual game looks like, all right? And before I can even say anything, an ad appeared. Yes, everyone, this is another ad-heavy type of play-to-earn style of game. Every single 30 to 60 seconds, ads will appear, okay? You'll notice here you have a little goal that you need to try and complete. The way you do that is by pressing the excavate button at the bottom of the screen. You can even hold this down and the game will literally play for you, which I'll do that right now. You see, everyone, look at this. It starts digging up money, okay? And it merges it together. Very straightforward. And that's really all there is to it, everyone. Now, the funniest thing is, to me, if this just gave good rates, this could be a really cool concept, but that's just not what happened. Let me just break down my test. I started today's test off with 2 hours on the timer, everyone. I played for an hour and a half, okay, and generated 1,529 of the in-game currency. That only converted into 0.006 of a cent worth of USD. Not even 1 cent. Probably the absolute lowest rates we've seen on a game like this in a very, very long time. So at least in my country of Australia, Cash Union is an absolute arse. I really hope they increase those rates. Either way, let's move on to the next app. Next up, we have Match Object Jackpot Treasure. So Match Object actually came out around Christmas time, everyone, but I wasn't able to actually cover it on the channel until now properly. So this is what it looks like. Top of the screen, you have your in-game currency of coins and your stars. And underneath that, you have all the various ways that you can actually generate the in-game currency. And of course, the pop-ups. You see, by now, everyone, I'm sure you know what to expect. You're going to have ads every 30 to 60 seconds. Yes, it's another one of those apps. I do like to see an app with a little bit of effort in it though, okay? So at least they give you like 6 different minigame options to go through. At the bottom of the screen, you do have your gem-based currency, your 3-hour timer, and supposed PayPal currency. Now, the game itself is a match object type of game, which means match 3 in most cases, so you can see how it looks. You have a huge pile of junk that you have to go through and actually match up. Bottom of the screen, you do have abilities that can help you get through the level if you get stuck, but I think a majority of you guys should be okay. There's another pop-up. It's not just like an ad-watching farm, but there are going to be ads, again, as I mentioned earlier, every single 30 to 60 seconds, which can be quite annoying to some people, even including myself. At the top of the screen, you'll find the actual timer that you have to complete the level, as well as the goal. So everyone, that's really all there is to it. Let me just break down how my test went. I played for an hour straight, everyone, and I managed to generate 5 cents worth of USD currency. I withdrew it, and yes, I am happy to say it did arrive to my PayPal account, which was, again, good to see, all in all. And in my opinion, this raises the good old question, is it actually worth the time and effort, even if it does pay technically? At least in my experience, and in my opinion, no, not really, but again, you do whatever you want. So that's my review on Match Object Jackpot Treasure. I am really hoping for some much better releases this year. Fingers crossed, everyone. Check out my channel for almost 1,000 reviews. Catch you all next time.